Aaron Moulton here, and I'd like to talk to you today about Bill-C31, its reprisal, and the negative effects that it had on blood quantum as well as native status. So, let's jump right in. Bill-C31, in my opinion, was a bill that was put into place to discriminate against First Nations women and also hold our people back. Whereas if a First Nations woman was to marry a non-Aboriginal man, she would lose her status. And if she had kids with that man, her kids would not get status. But at the same time, you had First Nations men that were marrying non-Aboriginal women, and then the non-Aboriginal woman would also gain full status. And if that First Nations man was to adopt non-Aboriginal children, they would gain full status. So, we had a lot of female activists from my community that stood up against this and fought it, and eventually had this bill reprised. But when they had it reprised, I don't think they took into full consideration the fact that, yes, you had all these women, which is a good thing. They got their status back, you know. Great, awesome. But at the same time, these non-Aboriginals that gained status kept their status. So we have a lot of people that are running around with not one drop of native blood in them, but are full status. And their children are still full status without having one drop of native blood in them. And they're getting their tuitions paid for, reaping all the benefits, getting all the benefits that we have, which really isn't much. But put it this way, you have people that are getting their tuitions paid for that are non-Aboriginal, and at the same time I know many Aboriginal people who are 100%, Native American, and they're getting denied funding because of, well, the reason they're being given is lack of funding. See, this isn't lack of funding. What it is really misappropriation of funds, where you have non-Aboriginals that go out and sometimes get their doctorate on, money that was allocated by Indian Affairs. This is wrong, in my opinion. Like, I have no qualms, no problems with any other race. I think we're all, children of Mother Earth. But when you have people that are claiming to be Native but not, think of it this way: somebody's 50%, and then they marry somebody who's 50%. You say you got this much Pepsi in a cup, this much water. Eventually, the Pepsi goes down, but you add more water. What happens? You end up with a glass of water. So before this happens to Native American people and we effectively phase ourselves out, I think it's time we implement change and try to amend, these flaws that were put into place by the reprisal of Bill C-31. What I'd like to see is us take care of what we have. I don't want to see Native people go extinct. And I guess that's what this video is about. If I've offended anyone, then maybe you needed to hear it. But for those of you who are on page with me, stay on point. Stay vigilant, people, because I don't want to see our race go extinct. Thank you.